Yeah, if I control Rewind, I would want Fortnite. Fortnite. Fortnite.
Fortnite.
Fortnite.
Fortnite. Fortnite.
Fortnite.
Fortnite.
Fortnite.
Fortnite.
Fortnite.
Fortnite is a phenomenon, a game set in a virtual world in which the rule is kill or be killed. At times, it's had 3 million people playing at once. But it's the effect it may be having on gamers in the real world which is causing concern. It's being linked to a rise in violent behaviour. The latest alleged incident live streamed to thousands, and experts are warning it's only going to get worse.
The online gamer who doesn't like to be interrupted.
Can you not? I said I'll be out soon.
No computer.
Stop. Stop, please.
Charged with allegedly assaulting his pregnant partner who interrupted him during a live streaming game.
I will be out soon.
Don't hit me in the face.
Aggression and violence, when somebody is prevented from gaming, is certainly not unusual.
Because according to some, Fortnite isn't just damaging kids, it's ruining marriages.
An online UK divorce service says 200 divorce petitions cited Fortnite this year.
That was the reason for the split.
Put the controller down.
Fortnite.
Here's how the version Battle Royale works. In a Hunger Games-like world, you parachute off a flying bus onto an island with 99 other players, build forts, hack down trees, try not to get killed, and the last one standing wins an umbrella.
The most popular video game right now is Fortnite. And why not? It's got everything people love. Hanging out with your friends, killing your friends, and dancing over your friend's dead body.
Fortnite.
Jeez.
Can somebody explain Fortnite to me? I'm sorry, I'm still in Far Cry 5 right now.
It's a crazy third-person shooter. You're jumping around, shooting people.
I'm good with third-person shooters.
Yeah, it definitely, there is killing involved, but there's no blood and violence. It's really cartoon and it's kind of comical, so it doesn't have really a lasting effect on anybody.
Okay, does it not have a lasting effect?
It could do. I mean, so the American Psychological Association have a task force on media violence, and you know that has gone through all of the research over the last whatever number of years. And so their most recent findings are that violent video games lead to more feelings of aggression, more actual aggressive behaviour, and more thoughts about aggression.
So, and the violence is kind of cartoonish. It's all done very well. But if you turn on the television, if you watch a Premier League football game, what you'll see now when footballers score a goal, they're starting to do the celebrations from the characters in the game. I mean, that's the kind of cross-cultural impact that this game is having.
So people like me just wouldn't get that.
You can serve your country and play Fortnite? Well, the Stars and the Stripes newspaper says yes, the Army is forming a team of pro gamers to compete in tournaments as a recruitment tool.
The plan is actually to have recruiters playing those games in their uniforms at tournaments to provoke questions about their jobs from the players.
Bruh, I'm at this party right now, and all I'm thinking about is Fortnite.
It is the #1 game played in history. It's on the PC, it's on the Xbox, PlayStation, Android, Apple, and every single device out there. The #1 video game. It smashes all others across the chart. Isn't that amazing that one video game can do that? And it's a culture shock to all of the world. Everyone everywhere is talking about it. I went to my kid's soccer game, and I got like 3 kids on the court trying to do the dance moves to Fortnite. I'm even gonna try and do the floss. You guys don't want to see me do the floss. And they're just doing all these dance moves, and everyone everywhere is all talking about Fortnite. Everyone. It's captivated everyone. It's amused. It's amazed.
Cover story, a parenting alert about a popular video game so many kids are playing.
That's right, Robin. Video games are facing some new scrutiny this morning. President Trump has announced he's meeting with video game executives next week to discuss violent content following the deadly Florida school shooting. This as a new game called Fortnite is drawing millions of players, and some parents are worrying their kids are spending way too much time at the controls.
It's
the online game that has fans in a frenzy. Fortnite's objective? Players in the game's free Battle Royale version join teams and battle up to 100 others to be the last person standing. The multiplayer melee, drawing comparisons to blockbuster franchise The Hunger Games.
I volunteer as tribute.
Will you explain to people how it works, what it is?
Okay, so the best way I describe it is it's the Hunger Games kind of theme to it. So it's a last man standing. There's 100 players, and it's you against 99 other people online, and it rolls out very quickly, so the games last about 25-30 minutes depending how far you get, and if you're eliminated straight away you can be thrown into another game again.
Okay, and the aim is, and Andrew beside you here, you play as well, the aim is to kill everybody else?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, if you are knocked out, what happens then?
So you go back into the game lobby,
Yeah.
and then as simple as that, one button, you're back in.
Okay, do you have to pay to play?
No, that's what I think it's huge, and it's really kicked off everywhere, because it's a free to download game across all platforms.
The fact that it's free to play is super huge, and it's already across all of the platforms, your Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. They just released their mobile version on iOS, which is very difficult to get done. And not to mention, I think that there's rumors about maybe even getting it on the Nintendo Switch. So just the accessibility and...
This one. But hooked might be an understatement. This is one of those viral games that is literally sucking productivity out of schools, out of workplaces, and you can forget trying to have a conversation at home.
Everyone's playing Fortnite. You can play from the luxury of your living room or like from your desk at school, hiding from the teacher.
Hiding from the teacher.
Yeah, exactly.
It's gotten so bad, some school districts are blocking the game from school Wi-Fi.
It's frustrating. It's become a frustration in my home. They're so consumed in this game. They're disconnected from the real world.
Online, memes of Fortniting in real life are popping up, while the female Fortnite population is growing as well.
You don't necessarily think that females play these shooting games, but Fortnite's a lot different than others.
Experts say the game is designed to keep players coming back with in-app purchases, interactions with friends, and its unpredictability. President Trump recently met with video game industry leaders over ongoing concerns about violence. The World Health Organization classifying gaming disorders as a mental health problem.
But, you know, they're teaching strategic play, they're problem solving, and for the first time I'm seeing my kids play together.
Because you work in a team as well. You can play on your own, but you can play in teams.
Yeah, they play in a team, and
but there's plenty of other ways that they can play in a team.
Of course,
and you have to be careful. You know, there was a piece of research that came out a couple of years ago saying actually gaming is really good. It increases their ability with maths. It's great for strategizing it. Actually, if you look into who commissioned that research, it was a gaming company. And what you've got to realise is that there are a lot of money and a lot of effort is being spent to make these games incredibly addictive. There is a company called the Dopamine Labs. So dopamine is that addictive chemical in our brain that is specifically there to make these games more addictive, more sticky. You know, if you look at Silicon Valley, look at the pioneers of Silicon Valley. Bill Gates didn't give his kids a smartphone. Steve Jobs, when the iPad came out, no iPads in his family.
Proverbs 22:6. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it.
And what's interesting is that so many people are addicted to this video game. If you were to YouTube the words Fortnite addiction or Fortnite can't stop playing parents or something like that, oh man, across the world there's news doing articles on these parents that are crying because they can't get their kids off the game.
There's no blood, but plenty of weapons to collect and much strategy required for ultimate success.
Yep.
Logan, it's
Yep.
Tara. I hope this is not a girl-free zone, is it?
No, it's fine.
To understand Logan, you have to step into his world. A world where you never get his full attention.
So how good are you at talking and playing at the same time? Not very.
Fortnite and similar video games have been Logan's sole obsession for the past 2 years, at the expense of almost everything else.
Do you feel like you're addicted to gaming?
Not really, no. I don't feel like I'm addicted at all.
Do you know what the definition of addiction is?
No, not really.
Well, I guess what I'm asking you is, do you really think you have control over these games and how much you play?
I do have control. I just choose to stay on it this long.
When did you last read a book?
A long time ago.
When did you last play sport?
A while ago.
When did you last hang out with your mates?
A decent while ago. Like, I feel like I miss the old me.
You miss the old you?
Yeah.
So, how much would you like some help?
I would like help in trying to stop my gaming addiction and try and get away from gaming, but it's not as easy as what it sounds.
So, Jai, how old were you when you started gaming?
About 3 years old.
You were about 3 years old?
Yes, I was. My dad was a very big gamer, and he just kind of got me into it at a young age, and I've been addicted ever since.
Gaming is dire and long-term.
It's not just a game. This game is a platform, it's a tool, it's an element that has been so magnificently and exquisitely crafted to engage these children and adults more and more and more. And that's where it's insidious.
And neuroscience provides the proof. As gaming becomes their sole focus, children's brains are irrevocably shaped and changed.
I think the best way to describe it is to talk about what's called apoptosis, which is really planned brain death. And that occurs from the time the child is almost born. It's already getting rid of brain cells that are not being used. And what worries me most is that if so much time is devoted to just entertainment, under the auspices, the control of game designers, over a long period of time, what are we really losing? And those brain cells can't be gotten back in later life.
Hello! Oh, you got some tattoos and yeah. Man, with the way you blink with that ponytail, you looking real good. Oh, you got a nice little magnum too, that pistol. Oh, and that shotgun, look at that. Yo, you been firing that? Open the door. Okay, I'm coming in, baby. Here we go.
This is not a Christian video game. It might seem innocent, you're playing it, oh, we're like playing tag and just shooting each other. No, this isn't paintball or anything. This is straight out killing. There's one last man standing. Oh, but I'm not killing anyone, Brother Jerry. But Jesus does not support headshots. That's how you kill your opponent, bastards, by shooting him in the head with all these assault rifles, rocket launchers. My brother Dan and I and brother Luis, we worked with automatic weapons. We've carried them around. This is not something that anyone should be playing. This is not of God. When you have to aim at something and then take it down. This is not God's original plan.
2 Corinthians 2:11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices.
On the map for Battle Royale, there seems to be a lot of weird places. Trees set in circles, rocks set in circles, weird human heads, much like the Easter Island heads, giant effigies made of cars. Just seems a bit weird, like they were put there on purpose, much like ancient ritual sites.
On the map of Battle Royale, there are many questionable things that are placed on the map. Trees set in circles around certain things. Stonehenge heads, triangular placed bushes. This is all pagan god worship. This is some deep, deep study right here that I'm letting you guys into. Single eyes that resembles that on rocks and tombstones, hinting of the Eye of Osiris within its deep cultish meanings, portrayed by what history and the Bibles deemed very questionable, going back all the way to the time of the Egyptian god worship. It just seems a little bit interesting that these things are in the video game.
1 Timothy 4:1. In the latter times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils.
Oh, here they come! Incinerators now!
anything about the love of Christ in there, with all these ghouls, the undead, necromancy. The Bible is very, very clear about the dead. This is that the dead know nothing. Those that are saved and have passed away are waiting for Jesus to come in the clouds for resurrection day. The dead are not already in heaven or hell or some form of purgatory, but the storm brings them to life, looking like this. The Bible is so very clear on this topic of necromancy that we should not be involved with it, and calls it black magic. Let's look at the storm.
You know that big storm that's constantly closing in? Well, it's not just some storm. That thing is alive with a consciousness. Maybe something more. Something worse than we can imagine. In the non-Battle Royale version of Fortnite, that's right, I played that for 15 minutes, the storm itself is the enemy. In the first cutscene, you can see the storm reaching out intentionally to destroy a satellite.
The storm itself is the enemy. You can see the storm reaching out intentionally to destroy a satellite, showing it has some form of intelligence and control of itself. In the campaign, the longer you play, the more aggressive the storm becomes, bringing to life the undead monsters.
So why is it that the same island, over and over, filled with people collected from all over the world in different times, keeps destroying itself, its inhabitants compelled to dance, build, destroy, and kill, forever, reset, again and again, in a loop? What force could do all these things? Become a giant storm that controls the world, has the ability to warp reality, bring people back from the dead as zombies or as full living beings, pull things through time like the Viking ship in a small town, and came from deep space, can reset a whole island as if no damage ever happened to it. Magnum Innominandum, aka the Nameless Mist, an entity that should never be named, for calling its attention will cause destruction beyond imagination. What is it? The second oldest god in the Cthulhu mythos, creator of Yog-Sothoth, and one of the outer gods, defined as such by being the gods who live in deep space. The Nameless Mist is known for being a large cloud that eats humans, but also has the ability to warp reality, manipulate space and time, and is immortal. So those big purple storm clouds that eat you up as soon as it touches you, that's a great outer god in the Cthulhu mythos. The clouds coming in from space was the Nameless Mist coming in from deep space to invade the Earth or whatever planet we're on. And what did gods need? Worshippers and sacrifices to fuel their unending hunger for madness. An island of endless party and death to appease the mist.
This god was created in the early 1900s. It's a god of dark mist, just like what you guys saw in there. A lot of the original art looks just like this. And what's interesting is that some people feel that since the game is big on bringing real life things into the game, that this storm is a god in itself. A lot of YouTubers say this. The name Magnum Innominandum is also the nameless name. What is it? The second oldest god in Azoth, the Nameless Mist. It is an outer god. It is older than everything except Azazel, its creator. It has a creator, and it's not the oldest thing, and it's demonic. In fact, it claims to be the second oldest thing. Satan?
¡Todo el mundo, fuera!
Matthew 5:28. But I say unto you, that whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her hath committed adultery with her already in his heart.
From the very beginning of Season 1, Fortnite female skins didn't look as unique as they do now. Back then, we would just have the normal looking combat clothes that any generic shooter would have. But fast forward to Season 7, Fortnite introduced a whole new layer for their skin market. The females in their game started to look a little more... It's gone so crazy that Fortnite is now the second most searched thing on this website alone.
I mean, let's be real. We're not playing this game because it's fun or, you know, it's a different style of Battle Royale. They're always updating it. No. We're playing it because we are always getting a peek at some every time we get a new skin or, you know, every time we're in the lobby, you know, we're always distracted. It's because we're too busy being distracted by that, you know. You're running around with this character as a male. I've seen videos of guys laughing because they're zooming in on body parts that they're playing of certain characters, emphasizing and staring at a 3D object. Because why? Like that talk with relationships, we're visually stimulated. Immediately we get connected with what's going on the screen. And the developers of the game know it, and that's why there's no nuns running around in the video game. That wouldn't really sell, and if it would, people would be very offended because they're nuns. The dance moves are True Heart, Hula, and Flippin' Sexy. Also the Flapper. All sexually provocative dance moves. So then, usually these dance moves are done as soon as you're done killing your opponent, as a haha, I just killed him. And then you do some crazy sexy dance move, or some other dance move. Not all of them are sexy. This is not a god, brothers and sisters. You don't need the stuff stimulating your mind. This game encourages sin through many methods. It focuses on the female characters to all have large chests, small waists, and large bottoms, while having tight-fitting material. Many fan videos have been made showing their appreciation of this kind of content. Some of the most popular videos on YouTube are people scandalously dressed and trying to reenact these dance moves. I've seen videos of churches that have Fortnite nights at the churches. Oh, the kids love it, let's bring it in. Let's have a Bible study afterwards. This is a great time for the youth pastor to connect and chill with the youth. How about connecting and chilling with the Bible? We don't need to be playing Fortnite. Fortnite is not what you need to be playing. What you need to be doing is diving deep into the Word of God. How are you going to play a game that's you're aiming weapons at another person that's just taking them down? I know that it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of tact in it. I like to create things, but the last man standing means that you have killed off the rest of the people and you are the last one standing. That just doesn't even sound like Jesus, does it?